The Galactic Council had seen many strange partnerships in its 3,000 years of operation, but nothing quite prepared them for Maya Thorne and her companion. Ambassador Zrixthal of the Cathari Supremacy watched through the observation window of Docking Bay 7 as the humans' ship settled onto the platform. The Cathari were apex predators themselves, standing nearly 8 feet tall with razor-sharp claws and teeth designed to tear through reinforced armor. They respected strength. They understood dominance hierarchies. But humans? Humans confused them. Maya Thorne emerged from her vessel wearing standard human attire. A simple jumpsuit, boots, and that ridiculous wide-brimmed hat she was never seen without. Or rather, used to never be seen without. Because perched atop her head, curled inside the hat like it was a nest, was a Ravi. Zrixthal's scales rippled in shock. A Ravi, one of the galaxy's most notoriously aggressive predators. Known for their territorial nature and hair-trigger tempers, adults stood 4 feet tall and could take down prey twice their size. They were banned from 47 systems. 3 empires had gone to war, trying to domesticate them. All had failed, and this human had one sleeping in her hat. Ambassador Zrixthal, Maya called out pleasantly, approaching with smooth, unhurried steps. The Ravi, barely larger than a human infant but already showing the distinctive crimson markings of a male, didn't stir. "Thank you for agreeing to this meeting, Thorne," Zrixthal managed, his translator struggling to keep his voice neutral. "That is, you are aware that is a Ravi? Oh, this little guy?" Maya reached up carefully, not to touch the cub but to adjust the hat's position slightly. Immediately, even in sleep, the Ravi's tiny muzzle wrinkled, revealing needle-sharp teeth. A low, rumbling growl emerged from the seemingly peaceful bundle. "Yeah, this is Ravi. I named him Ravi. Wasn't very creative, I know. It is sleeping in your hat. He loves it," Maya said, genuine warmth in her voice. "I let him curl up in it one day during a solar storm, and now he won't let anyone else near it. Won't even let me wear it properly anymore." As if to prove her point, a junior Cathari aide approached to scan Maya's credentials. The aide's scanner beeped as it drew near Maya's head. The cub's eyes snapped open, brilliant amber with slit pupils, and a sharp, chittering hiss erupted from its small body. The aide stumbled backward, nearly dropping the device. "Ravi, no," Maya said calmly, not even flinching. "Friend. That's a friend." The cub continued to stare at the aide for another moment, before settling back down, though one eye remained partially open, watching. "How?" Zrixthal asked. It was all he could manage. Maya smiled that peculiar human smile, the one that showed teeth but somehow conveyed kindness rather than threat. "Found him on Theta Carinae IV. His mother had been killed by poachers. He was maybe 2 weeks old, starving, and trying to fight off scavengers 3 times his size." She paused, and her expression shifted to something harder. "I dealt with the poachers. Then I couldn't just leave him. You dealt with—" Zrixthal stopped himself. Human combat capabilities were still being assessed by Cathari military intelligence. "Never mind. But you domesticated a Ravi? That is impossible. The Valtorian Empire spent decades trying." Quote, "I didn't domesticate him," Maya corrected, walking toward the conference hall. Zrixthal fell into step beside her, still staring at the cub. "Ravi is exactly what he's supposed to be. A predator, territorial, protective, and stubborn as hell. I just respect what he is." "Respect?" "I gave him something that was mine, the hat. It smells like me, it's warm, and it's safe. He claimed it. That's his nature. I don't try to take it back or punish him for being protective of it. I just accept it. And in return, he trusts me." They entered the council chambers where representatives from 24 species waited. The moment Maya walked in, the room fell silent. Every eye fixed on the tiny predator nestled in her headwear. A Velthian delegate, all tentacles and bioluminescent patterns, spoke up. "Security protocols forbid weapons in this chamber. Ravi isn't a weapon, Maya said, taking her seat. He's family. That creature has killed members of my species, a Torvian representative hissed. Adult Ravi have, Maya acknowledged, because your species kept trying to invade their territories and take their young for fighting rings. Ravi here has never hurt anyone who didn't try to hurt us first. As if on cue, another delegate reached across the table to pass Maya a data pad. Their hand came within 2 feet of her head. Ravi exploded into motion, leaping from the hat to the table, teeth bared, a sound like tearing metal erupting from his small throat. The entire council recoiled. Ravi, down, Maya said firmly. Not loud, not angry, just certain. The cub's amber eyes flicked to her face. He held his aggressive posture for another heartbeat, then slowly, deliberately, backed up. He hopped onto Maya's shoulder, circled twice, and settled back into the hat, which she had placed on the table beside her. I apologize, Maya said to the shaken delegate. He's very protective. But, as you can see, he listens. Zrixthal watched the human carefully. She wasn't using force or dominance. She wasn't using fear or pain. She was simply, to herself. Consistent, calm, predictable in her kindness. And the galaxy's most untamable predator had chosen to protect her. Perhaps, Zrixthal said slowly, we have much to learn from humans about coexistence. Maya smiled again, reaching over to gently stroke one of Ravi's ears. The cub leaned into her touch, purring a sound no one had ever documented from a Ravi before. We're all just creatures trying to survive, Maya said. Ravi understands that. He knows I'll keep him safe, feed him, and respect his boundaries, and I know he'll guard my hat like it's the most precious thing in the universe. She chuckled. Because to him, it is. The council meeting proceeded, but Zrixthal found himself distracted, watching the human and her impossible companion. Humans, he was learning, didn't conquer through strength alone. They conquered through something far more powerful. They made family out of the untamable, and perhaps that was why the galaxy should be very, very grateful that humans chose cooperation over domination. Because if they could win the loyalty of a Ravi with nothing but a hat and kindness, what else were they capable of?